Hey guys, this is Adam Conway of XDA Developers, Irish Tech, whichever you know me from. This is going to be a quick real-world camera test of the OnePlus 9 Pro. I've never done one of these before, but basically the premise is that this entire video is filmed on the OnePlus 9 Pro from start to finish. I'm going to be filming this over the course of a couple of days, and I will of course be editing it on a computer, but the microphone and the video are all from the OnePlus 9 Pro. The reason why I'm doing this is to show off how OnePlus has number one improved, but also just because with the Hasselblad partnership and everything, people have a lot of very high expectations for the OnePlus 9 Pro. I'm filming this part of the video today on the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, and I will be filming it just, a couple of days or so, and the plan is to get this up whenever the embargo lifts. So this could turn out to be a fairly lengthy video. My plan is just to be as comprehensive as possible and show off as much as I can. So I'll kind of just be going on walks or whatever, kind of narrating and filling the gaps, and then just showing off some photo stills that I take as well. Currently I'm recording this in 1080p 30 FPS. I should have actually bumped that up to 1080p 60 FPS, which I will do for the future front-facing videos. So yeah, that's just what this video is. Enjoy. So this is the back camera on the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's the primary sensor. I'm recording in 4K 60 FPS, and you can see there is some optical image stabilization. This is the first sunny day we've actually properly had in a while, and given that there is currently a national lockdown in place, I won't be able to venture too far with this. There's some woodland and other things nearby that I will be checking out, but otherwise, yeah, there's not a whole lot I'll be able to actually do in terms of going to either populated places or indoors or whatever. But I'll still be trying to make the most of what I have access to film this video. Hey guys, so it's actually the day after Paddy's Day now. I ended up not actually getting to film much. So I'm going to be heading out for a walk here in just a little bit. It's pretty cloudy, not too bright. Yesterday was a lot brighter, so it would have been a lot better for this kind of video. But currently, I'm just going to go out, try out this camera, see what it's like. Okay, so I'm now outside. I'm using the phone again in portrait mode, not landscape. So you can kind of maybe hear the wind, maybe not, but I'll switch it over to landscape where it might end up picking up more wind, and you'll hear if that's blowing on the microphones or not. Currently I'm doing 1080p 60 FPS on the front camera, which I mentioned at the start of this video that I would be switching over to. So it ends up slightly darker because there's less time for each frame to gather light. But so far it doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Okay, so I'm now recording while walking in a wood, so you can see the dynamic range is pretty okay. You can obviously see me. The back is a bit blooming. It's actually like grey skies and stuff, but if I put the camera up, you'll see, yeah, you can see that it actually properly balances for it. So the dynamic range isn't too great. Now you can hear me okay, you can see me okay, and there's a bit of a background blur going on behind me, but there is no front-facing bokeh like portrait mode that you can get. You can get it just for selfies, but not for video, unlike other devices like the Oppo Find X3 Pro or honestly pretty much any other flagship of this year. The photos that I've been taking though have been excellent, and I'm really impressed with the OnePlus 9 Pro, even if it is missing some of these core features. This is 4K 60 FPS on the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's using optical image stabilization, I believe EIS as well, to steady the image. So it's actually pretty smooth. You can't really see the fact I'm stepping, which is, a good start. Now I'm recording in 4K 60 again, and this is limited to 5 minutes of recording time. So, I'm not going to be doing that, but this is the smooth mode, which uses OIS to stabilize the video. So even though I'm walking, you can't really see that. Hey, okay, so now I'm just walking in the dark, and you can see it's actually a little bit fuzzy. There's some quality loss that it's trying to correct for with a higher exposure level, but you can see that it's looking kind of weird around the edges, and it's a lot harder for it to actually make out any details. My face looks a lot softened, the ISO has clearly been pumped up, and you'll see it just looks very grainy on the front-facing camera when it's dark. So yeah, that has been my OnePlus 9 Pro kind of day in the life, multiple days in the life, camera review. Now, there's a few things to take from it that we can talk about. Firstly, it seems to struggle with dynamic range on the primary front-facing camera. So even here you can see there's blooming just in the corner up here past my messy as fuck hair. And overall there are just a lot of issues that seemingly haven't really been ironed out on OnePlus's end, coupled with missing features like portrait bokeh on that front-facing camera for video. The stabilization doesn't seem too great either, and there's a noticeable darkening when increasing the frames per second from 30 to 60. Likely to be expected, I believe this will happen on most cameras, but it is noticeable and something that you should be aware of if you film 60 FPS video. Now, going on to the back cameras have actually been really good. I don't really think there's any complaints. This is very easily crowned the best OnePlus camera yet. I don't really think anybody can disagree with that, because there's not really a lot to disagree with. The bar was admittedly set quite low, and ultimately what this has done is this has improved upon the OnePlus 8 Pro's camera with a new sensor and better photo processing. So if you even look at the OnePlus 9, that has the OnePlus 8 Pro's camera sensor and likely similar camera processing improvements. So OnePlus has clearly stepped up their game with the OnePlus 9 series. I don't know if it's going to be the best. I would need to wait to see more, particularly from other reviewers, because I had a number of issues with my unit that have only just been ironed out thanks to software updates and other such things. So I didn't get the full brunt of the OnePlus 9 Pro experience before now. They've only been ironed out as of the day before the launch, so I haven't had a proper time with this smartphone yet. Overall, though, I am happy with it. I do enjoy it. I think, especially in the last 24 hours, now that I can properly use it, this is definitely the best OnePlus phone, and I don't think there's any real contest for that. What's interesting is it's boring, but in a way that OnePlus phones have never been before. There's no standout feature, but there's no standout lows either. It's not like, say, for example, when you looked at the OnePlus 7 Pro where you went, oh, this is a great phone, but the camera is shocking. Like, it's things like that where there is nothing like that on the OnePlus 9 Pro from what I can see. It's just a solid smartphone, and it does everything that you need it to do, and it seems to do it very well. Overall, yeah, I'm happy. I think that the camera test went well. I think somebody whose main focus is a camera may want to look at other devices. I don't know. You definitely want to shop around, because even just OnePlus's own past reputation for cameras, people may be a bit on the iffy side about it, which I totally get. But overall, yeah, I mean, let me know what you thought. I've been very happy testing this for Irish Tech and XDA, and I'm looking forward to doing more content with the OnePlus 9 Pro in the near future, so keep an eye out for that on my Twitter and other such social media that I have. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.